Have you ever felt like you're meant for something more in life? I'm 26, and this is the first time in my life that I wake up without depression, without suicidal thoughts, and with a drive and purpose in life. Don't work for money. Just pursue what you're passionate about. You will earn more money. How to reach your life goals with 4 different questions that you need to answer. I wake up every day excited because I know what to do. You need to start right now, because your biggest regret in life will be that you never tried. Have you ever felt like you're meant for something more in life, yet you're trapped in the endless cycle of the daily routine? Imagine standing at a crossroad, every direction leading to a different destiny. On one path, there's a version of you burdened by a life unfulfilled, weighed down by the what-ifs and if-onlys. On another, there's you, who has found it, that elusive spark that ignites passion, purpose, and drive. This isn't just a metaphorical journey. This was my reality. And it could be yours too. The quest isn't just about survival. It's about thriving. It's about finding that one thing that gives your life true meaning and direction. Today, I want to take you on a journey towards discovering my Ikigai and how you too can navigate this maze to uncover your own path, your own purpose, your own extraordinary life. It all started when I was 18 years old and got introduced into network marketing. Now I'm 26, and this is the first time in my life that I wake up without depression, without suicidal thoughts, and with a drive and purpose in life. I wake up every day excited because I know what to do, because I know a single step that I need to take to get from where I am right now to where I want to be. This was not always the case. I started my journey when I was 18 years old, and a friend of mine took me to a convention and introduced me to the concept of network marketing. Network marketing wasn't my thing. Network marketing is usually just a bridge between your employment and then being self-employed. But usually people are not successful just staying in network marketing. It's a very small percent. And you're always selling a product that is not your own. You're not selling yourself. So it does not give you the same purpose, but it gives you an idea of where you could be, what you could have. So the friend that introduced me to network marketing, he gave me 2 books. One is How to Win Friends and Influence People and Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. The book taught me the concept of working for myself, working to learn things and not working for money. After leaving network marketing for various reasons, mostly because I didn't like selling, I started at a startup. A friend of mine introduced me to the startup, and they were selling investment opportunities and real estate. At the same time, I was studying in a university, and I did business IT because my dad told me that business psychology is not a real job. So therefore, I went into business IT. I probably should have gone into business psychology. In hindsight, maybe I would not have found my passion the other way. If I don't go through pain, then how would I learn, right? You would just take the easier route, the easier option. So this wasn't for me. So I went from business IT over to economics and business management. I asked my professor, well, what company do you own? What company are you managing? And he said, well, I don't do anything. I just work here, right? I'm just a professor. So I wasn't interested in that at all. I wanted to learn how to run a business. Not in theory, but in practice. And I remembered the concept of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Don't work for money. Work so you learn. Because eventually, if you just pursue what you're passionate about, you will learn more, you will outwork other people, you will sacrifice more for it. And at the end, you will earn more money. And I always wanted to earn a lot of money, but I also wanted to feel fulfilled because I knew that I could never be unfulfilled and earn a lot of money. I cannot compete with other people that love what they do if I don't love what I do. So I switched to various different business opportunities. I worked at a beach bar. I managed the beach bar. Then I switched over to an assistant store manager in a manufacturing company. I started to question a lot. So why would I work in a company doing things for other people that I'm not interested in? And I'm not really learning anything that I'm interested in. I'm opening up a store, I'm restocking the shelves, and then I'm closing the store again. Where is the purpose in that? So I thought about, what do I love doing? Well, it's sports for me. I love sports. I have always loved sports. If you think back to when you were a child, what did you really enjoy doing? Without school, without your parents forcing you, without social pressure, what would your heart gravitate to? And I remembered that I liked playing tennis, I liked wakeboarding, I liked skiing, I liked all those different sports. So what if I could just ski every single day? But then I thought, well, how could I earn money skiing every single day? Because I need to earn money. I cannot afford it. I'm not rich. I'm poor. How am I supposed to ski every single day and do what I love? Every single person always tells me, oh, money's not everything. Especially the Germans. They love that mindset. Money's not everything. Well, yeah, but money is happiness. Because I can go skiing, and I'm very happy when I go skiing. So how did I manage to go skiing? Well, I became a ski instructor. Duh. I got paid to improve my skiing. That is the mindset. I'm not going for the money. I'm going for my passion, for what I'm interested in. So I was not a good skier at all. I could barely ski straight. I couldn't brake on either side. I couldn't snowboard, but I did it like 10 years ago, once or twice. So I requested a vacation for my job. And in 2 weeks, I learned how to ski and how to snowboard. I was on my skis every single day. I took an exam. And this exam also took me 14 days to complete. So every single day I woke up and I did everything that I could to learn how to ski. I watched videos. I went to the skiing place that took me like 1.5 hours to drive there. And every single day, 1.5 hours back. I bought new skis. I bought new outfits. I bought everything and I completed the task. In 1 month, I became a ski instructor. And if you want, you can do it too. So after completing my month of training, learning on my own and doing the exam, I worked as a ski instructor for about 4 months. And it was the greatest time that I had in my life so far. But after a while, the snow melted. So what am I supposed to do in the summer? So I thought about what would be the equivalent. Because I had all those markers about my passion, what I love to do. Well, diving is similar. I remember that I went diving a couple years ago in Egypt and I loved it. So I thought, well, isn't being a diving instructor the same thing as being a ski instructor? I get paid to dive and I got paid to ski. So I did an apprenticeship as a PADI diving instructor. And it took me way longer. It's way more theory because way more accidents can happen. I learned for a couple of months, every single day, from waking up to going to bed. I drove to various locations to go diving because in Germany you don't really have open waters. So you need to go to different places where you can actually dive and do the exam. And after spending about, 6,000 euros that I saved over the last years, I finally completed my exam and I was a diving instructor. But then I realized, well, what am I supposed to do with a diving instructor? I spent all this time studying for something that at the end I didn't want to do. So I never actually was a diving instructor. I just spent about 6,000 euros and a couple of months just to do it. And now I have the certificate and I can take my friends to dive, which is pretty awesome, but I don't want to actually work there. Why? Because it does not fulfill my why. It is something that I like doing, but then again, will I feel fulfillment if I do it for 40 years plus? I don't want to retire. Why would I retire if my life is so awesome? But then you don't earn that much money, you're location bound. So there are different aspects that I didn't like about it. So then another summer passed and it was wintertime again. So I started to work as a ski instructor again in a different hotel. And it was awesome. In the mornings I got to ski. In the afternoons I went into the sauna. I went to do ice baths. I went into the gym and trained. It was awesome. I had all inclusive, all you can eat 3 times a day. Awesome, awesome experience. And I met incredible people. And they opened my eyes to different opportunities. And I thought, well, maybe I could be a personal trainer because I've been training in the gym since I was 18 years old. So why not in the summer be a personal trainer? Also, we had personal trainers in the hotel itself. It was like a club hotel. So why couldn't I just ski in the morning and then become a personal trainer in the evening? That was my idea. So I started to do an apprenticeship to become a personal trainer. It was kind of like an online exam, right? So I studied every single day for it. I went into my local gym. I connected with people. I was there 5-6 times a week just to work out and talk to people. And eventually they hired me. And I did my exam. And since then, I've been working there. Now I do various things. It's not just personal training, but it's also group training. And I actually love this job. It's awesome because you actually get to help people recover from injuries. You get to help them live a healthier life, have more energy, have more purpose in life, right? Because whatever you do in life, if you have more energy, if your body is healthy, you just have advantages. If your body looks good, you have more energy, you have more drive, you can do more things in life. It's awesome. So I would recommend, if you don't know where to start and you're just lazy and you're just sitting at home and you don't have any purpose at all, just go to the gym. This is your start. But then I realized being a personal trainer in Germany, it doesn't really pay that much. And I have different visions where I need money for. And I need something that I can scale. And then again, it's something that you do with your body. And I'm interested in a human body. I'm interested in humans, but I'm more interested in the mindset of humans. So I could never get the fulfillment. The most important things that I loved about my job in every single job that I mentioned so far was talking to people. Talking to people and exchanging ideas. That was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And if I could figure out a meaningful way to actually do this every single day, I would be so happy. Just talking to people and getting paid. So now I started my podcast to fulfill my whys, because I understood after 8 years of searching and after 8 years of depression, hardship, and just thinking about the struggle in life and why do I even wake up and it's so boring and I just hate my life, I figured out something that I could call my why in life. And with this why, you need to figure out a way to fulfill it. You need to figure out, what do you want to do every single day for the rest of your life? And then you need to figure out, of course, a way how to get paid. So this is how I came to the book Ikigai. It is a Japanese book about how to reach your life goals with 4 different questions that you need to answer. So you can imagine there are 4 different circles with the questions in it, and in the middle, there's something where you can actually combine all those questions into one answer. And this one answer is your Ikigai. The 4 questions of the book Ikigai are: what do you love? What are you good at? What does the world need? And what you can be paid for? The last 2 questions, what the world needs and what you can be paid for, usually overlap. Because if someone, your neighbor, needs something, you usually can get paid to do that something. If your neighbor needs you to mow his lawn, you can get paid to mow his lawn. So you just need to figure out, what do I love? Then again, what am I good at? And sometimes, if you are good at something, you will learn to love it. Or if you love something, you will learn to be good at it. Because if you love it, you do it every single day and you will be good. So let's dive into how I figured those 4 questions out. The first question: what do you love? I love exploring ideas with people. I love understanding why people do the things that they do. Since I've been a small child, I have always asked the question, how are people where they are and how can I get there? So every time I looked at someone and I saw his awesome car, I'm like, how did you get it? Well, with money. Well, what job did you do? How do people come from place A to place B? Does it work that people have more money? Some people are more fit, some people are healthier, some people have better relationships. What is the reason that some people achieve success and others don't? So this is what I actually love, what I'm interested in. Then to the second question, what am I good at? I'm good at speaking. I'm better at speaking in German, but I'm pretty good at speaking. Why? Because every single job that I've taken so far without even noticing it was related to selling an idea to other people. It was related to talking to other people. So I'm interested in human psychology and marketing and selling, and I only listen to those kinds of podcasts. I'm interested in building something and in figuring out why people get what they want in life. How do people get what they want in life? So of course I'm good at what I spend time doing. The third question is, what does the world need? And now it gets a little bit tricky. Well, need is a broad definition because you know that some girls on OnlyFans earn a shit ton of money. Why? Do people really need it? You can also replace need with want in this instance. So what do people want? Well, they want entertainment, right? I love entertainment, I've watched thousands of movies because I'm interested in storytelling. I'm interested in human reflection in movies. How do people live their lives, even if it's just fictional? You can ask yourself, does the world need another music producer? Probably not, but maybe they want to. Does the world need another mechanic? Probably not, but someone offers you a job or you do your own thing and you repair cars. Why not? So then again, does the world need another podcaster? Probably not, but I want to. I want to do this. I want to talk with people and I want to analyze their brains and I want to figure out how can they live so different lives? What makes them pursue mastery? How can some people just learn 12 hours a day or work for 12 hours a day while others hate their lives just working 8 hours a day? What is the meaning of all this and how could they find out their meaning? That is what I'm interested in. And if I talk about this, some people will be interested in it. Maybe you're interested in it because you're listening to this right now. And then what can I be paid for? This is also a tricky one. Well, eventually, if you have a reach, you can sell products, you can promote your own ideas, maybe you can sell your own product, maybe you can sell sponsorships, maybe you can just sell advertisement. Whatever it is, I summarized my passions in one word and it's podcasting. Because you need to figure out the commonality, you need to figure out how can you express your why in life. And sometimes for some people it might be painting portraits. Well, how can you paint portraits every single day and get paid for it? That's something you need to figure out. Maybe being a painter, right? Obviously. But then again, well, how about posting your stuff online and reaching more people? Because maybe in your small town, no one notices you, but then the world is huge. And if you have 8 billion people talking about whatever, maybe you will find 40 people that love your work, and maybe you can sustain a living doing what you love with 40 people. And I'm not talking about being rich, but I'm talking about fulfilling your purpose and living a meaningful life. So you need to think about what could be your purpose, what could be your passion in life. Your purpose usually derives from your passion. If you're passionate about something, you can immerse yourself and get into the flow state where you forget time and reality. You're only immersed in your one craft. And you will be way better in it than anyone else. You don't have any competition at all because you are unique and you love what you do. So eventually you will alter whatever you're doing to fit whatever it is you're trying to express. And eventually, imagine doing something for 10 years, painting for 10 years, riding the skateboard for 10 years, doing podcasts for 10 years. Will you not be more successful than now? And maybe in 10 years, you will be so successful that you can live from it. And now you're maybe wondering, well, 10 years, man, I want to do it in half a year. Well, 10 years will pass either way. You will die either way. So how about fulfilling something meaningful in your life before you die? And you will feel so much better pursuing the goal because every single day you come one step closer to it and it feels amazing. You need to have a goal that is high because if you reach your goal in half a year, then, well, what do you do after that? It just feels meaningless. So your goal should be to pursue something where you can actually achieve mastery. People talk about the 10,000 hour rule. Being so good in one aspect that you can create something new. Because usually people, when they study a subject, just memorize stuff. But how about actually learning because you're interested in something? How about actually being passionate about something? So think about how can you actually master something? Well, by being passionate about it, by feeling a certain sense of purpose. And you will not do that by just doing what everyone else says. You need to actually dive deep in those 4 questions and you need to look in your past. What did I love as a child? What have I learned in the last couple of years? What am I good at? You need to recognize patterns. So grab a sheet of paper and write down every 4 of those questions. It took me 8 years to figure out my why. It took me 8 years to actually feel passionate about it. And for those 8 years, my why was to figure out my why. That was my why. Every single day I had anxiety. Every single day when my friends went out to party, I was sitting at home and I thought about, well, partying is nothing I want to do for the rest of my life. This feels meaningless. I want family. I want other things. And I will never achieve what I actually want by just doing an average job. So now we're coming to my final point. If you actually want to be a master in something, you need to actually consume a lot of your topic, of your chosen domain, but you also need to produce. You need to share your ideas, your work, your craft with the world. So how about building a personal brand? Imagine what people should feel and think about you that have just known you for an hour maybe. So if someone listens to you speak for an hour, what do they think that you are? What is your life about? How could they summarize you? Let's take Tiger Woods, for example. Everyone knows Tiger Woods. Even if you don't watch golf, you know that Tiger Woods was one of the best golfers ever. But you don't know about his lifestyle. You don't know what he eats, how he sleeps. Maybe you know a little bit about his relationships because it was in the news and stuff. But you don't know anything besides he's a golfer. So imagine, what do you want to be? Do you want to be a golfer, a painter, a podcaster, a musician? And then dive deeper. What kind of musician? What kind of music? Electronic music? What kind? What niche? If you don't know where to start, this is the best tip ever. If you don't know where to start, just analyze what is it for the last 5 or 10 years that I have consumed the most about. If it is podcasts, what topics? Maybe it doesn't need to be podcasts, but if I consume music, if music consumption is my favorite passion, create the music that other people need to listen to. Create the music that you yourself wanted to listen to. I try to create the podcasts that I would want to listen to, that my former younger self wanted to listen to, that my younger brother would love to listen to. My whole idea is create something that is so authentic and true to yourself that you would also consume it yourself. Create the paintings that you would proudly put on your own wall. And I'm only talking about creative stuff because I think that creative stuff will give you the biggest fulfillment. But you can do other things as well. If you only think about one subject every single day because you consume it, just start producing it. And by producing, you will be better and improve, and eventually you will achieve mastery and you will feel a certain type of fulfillment and purpose in your life. Stop living a meaningless life. Find your why, because it is probably the most important thing that you can do in your life. Remember, you only have this one life. The time is ticking. The time is running out. You will eventually die. 10 years will pass. It doesn't matter. You just need to start. You need to start right now. Because eventually you will be 90 years old and your biggest regret in life will be that you never tried.